Hello and welcome to the YouTube channel of CNN News 18 Cricket Next. Little Master Sachin Tendulkar is about to turn 50. Yes, 50, a milestone number, something which he's very used to all his life, achieving milestones. And here he has achieved another milestone of turning 50 on April 24th. Before we dive deep into what Sachin Tendulkar, the cricketer, was, I'm sure you would have seen that interview with K. Srinivas Rao, where he has already touched upon host of issues during his playing days, where he has talked about various cricketers who he has played cricket with. But today I have a very special guest with me, Mr. Ramji Srinivasan, who was the strength and conditioning coach of the Indian cricket team during the 2011 World Cup, and someone who has a lot of knowledge about what went behind Sachin Tendulkar's body during those prime days of his career. Welcome to the show, Mr. Srinivasan. How are you?
Thank you, Sahil. Thank you for the invite. Lovely to be here always. Thank you so
Sir,
much.
very quickly, we connected a couple of months back where you did tell me that former cricketers like Sachin, Gauti, Viru, they used to grill you. They used to grill you to an grill you to an extent that they kept asking questions and you always had to answer whatever they asked. So, what was with Sachin and fitness that he carried on for so many years, playing so many formats?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. One of the rarest gems as far as cricketing world is concerned, and
Yeah,
cutting across all sport. Basically,
yeah,
somebody to play for 24 years is no joke.
yeah,
Very few iconic athletes, sports people have done this.
yeah,
Maybe in India you can count three or four.
yeah,
Maybe you have Vishnathan Anand, Leander Pace did it,
yeah,
Naren Karthikeyan,
yeah,
and then Sachin Tendulkar. It's really remarkable journey what he has traveled over the period of 2 decades, which is
yeah,
not a joke. And taking the current situation with the current players, and
yeah,
they're not able to sustain for even couple of
yeah.
seasons. So
Yeah,
having that, taking that into consideration, giving that analogy, Sachin
yeah,
stands really way light years ahead of any one of them,
yeah,
be it his mind or be it his body. How
yeah,
he synergized both to get the
yeah,
best out of it. Skill,
yeah,
okay, we cannot talk about skill.
yeah,
It's a given a divine intervention, divine talent.
yeah,
So as far as his physiology and how he's able to cope up with the uh, intensity and demand of all formats of cricket, he didn't play
yeah,
T20, but
yeah.
other
Did play
formats.
the IPL. It did play the
Yeah,
IPL. Yeah,
exactly. Right. You're right. He did play the IPL. Yes.
yeah, yeah,
So, a lot of people can take a leaf out of Sachin's uh, ability to maintain his standard to a international level, competing with the youngsters, which
right.
those who are nearly a decade younger or 2 decades younger to him.
Yeah,
So there is a lot of, lot of things to learn from him, and you don't have to look outside the country. We
yeah.
can
So
look.
yeah, so in this interview with Cricket Next, which Sachin has talked a lot about his injuries. How the tennis elbow troubled him in both the arms, and how the back injury probably was his worst bout with injury. He spoke at length about it. How he used to sleep in different postures just to relax his back. So if you could just touch upon that period, how that back troubled him because he used to bat with a very heavy bat too. So, tennis elbow aside, because very few people have touched upon that back issue because all the talk was around the tennis elbow. But what was the back issue and how did he actually, come on top of that too?
Yeah, this happened in '98. That's when
Okay.
more or less I was a neonate into the fitness industry, because for
Okay.
me to come into cricket, Sachin was one of the major reasons for me to get into cricket rather than getting into other sport, as a
Okay.
professional.
Okay.
So I think this happened during India Pakistan match in Chennai.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
Much before that, he had a back issues. Because of lot of load on his lower back due to various reasons. Maybe one of the
Yeah.
reason was his heavy bat,
Yeah.
because people didn't know what to do with that. You
Yeah.
had one thing. Before embarking on that, I like to say Sachin has always defied some of the armchair gurus and
Yeah.
and so-called experts about changing his what do you call biomechanics, etc., etc. A lot of things he has defied and come out of it. So this
Yeah.
is one case when he started off well again, maybe 24 years back, nearly 1998. You know,
Yeah. Yeah.
nearly 2.5 decades back.
Yeah.
I think finally. There was no remedial measures here. He had to go to Australia,
Okay.
and I think he met an expert called Peter Barnes, Dr. Peter
Okay.
Barnes, if
Okay.
I'm not wrong.
Okay.
I think he and Ajit Agarkar went. I think,
Okay.
yeah, because immediately after that, I went to Australia to do my courses, and I think through I was also getting trained in ACB with the
Okay.
cricketers. At that time, I met Mr. Peter Barnes, who was taking care of Sachin Tendulkar then.
Okay.
Amazing personality, oozing with knowledge. So, still,
Yeah.
this is something we need to ponder about.
Yeah.
Any of the injured players or athlete have to go abroad and get their things sorted out. Sachin
Yeah.
had to. No, that's a different topic altogether. As far
Yeah.
as Sachin goes, yes, and he came back successfully, and he changed his lifestyle. He changed his posture. He changed which shots to play, which not to play, and changed the
Okay.
game plan completely. His
Okay.
adaptation was absolutely brilliant.
Yeah.
uh, he had injuries from head to toe.
Yeah. Yeah.
Every joint he had injuries, because any
Yeah.
sports person of that caliber, and
Yeah.
that time there was nothing, no fitness. I think later only fitness and all came into
Yeah.
fitness trainer came into place in 2001 or 2002 to the
Yeah.
Indian team.
Yeah.
So till then there was nobody to take.
Yeah.
He had to take care of himself.
Yeah.
Amazing. Very few people can do that and still
Yeah.
continue for 14 years after that, 14, 15
Right.
years after that. It's absolutely remarkable. What do you call event? I would say
Yeah.
it's an event because he achieved more and more and more over a period of time, and came
Yeah.
out very successfully with any injuries.
Correct.
Uh, Apart from that, is lower back, which he
Yeah.
had to adapt and adopt new ways of his lifestyle and his methodology of uh, his skill set and his
Yeah.
training. Not much of training. Basically, he was doing the back exercises and I think which I was not involved at that point of time, to be
Yeah.
honest.
Yeah.
So whatever information I garnered from the experts, what he was
Yeah.
doing, it was spot on. He will do that to the T as like a
Ah,
religion.
perfect. Yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I'll give you 3 or 4 instances in the later stage. How he is able to put his mind and body into sync, and how he's able to achieve things like that. Which is for him, it's very easy. For a common man like us, mortals,
Yeah.
lesser mortals like
he's
us,
he's
it
he's cut
is
from a different cloth. He's cut from a different cloth.
is in a different level ball game altogether. Literally a different ball game.
Yeah.
know, he came out of so many injuries
Yeah.
successfully with his own adaptation and
Yeah.
his own out of box thinking.
Yeah.
Own out of box thinking, and he designed a lot of things for himself.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable, unbelievable, unbelievable.
So just touching upon the 2011 period, because I think that was the year which every Indian fan was waiting for, to have that World Cup medal around Tendulkar's neck. I think the nation waited for a long time. You were there. You observed things unfold from a very close quarters. Worked with a special bunch, probably a bunch which we'll never see again. The kind of players you worked with. You did tell me a lot about UV, Bhaji, Zach, how they used to train. How was Sachin Tendulkar in the gym? How did he train? How were
Oh
his
yeah.
how intense was he? How hard did he used to run on the treadmill or probably the outdoor jog? So what was it all about?
Sachin has always been special for anybody.
Yeah,
I am no exception. you
yeah,
know, leaving the fanboy movement, a fan man movement, not a boy movement,
yeah,
about Sachin Tendulkar. I used to get a lot of inspiration looking at him, rather
yeah,
than being fearful. I used to
yeah,
learn a lot from him. One,
Okay.
Second thing, draw a lot of inspiration to do a lot of new things.
Okay.
Uh, okay, coming back to 2011 World Cup, how
Yeah.
he prepared, the entire team started to prepare 1 year ahead.
Okay. Okay.
Yes, and it happened in Sri Lanka.
Okay.
Then the entire thing from the diet regime to weekly logs on fitness. I still have
Okay.
all the logs what we had during the World Cup.
That's a
Something
national treasure, sir. That's a national treasure you have.
yeah, I have all the workouts what Sachin used to do on all the players.
Yeah.
Complete data I have what he did, and we used to have a log. We used to have a
Okay.
fitness log every week, and he used
Okay.
to be in top five always.
Okay.
Okay, it depends on what you do in the gym or your skill set, how much time you spend on the nets, how much time you spend in the gym, what type of workout you're doing, or outdoor running or sprinting.
Yeah. Yeah.
So all those parameters are taken into consideration and points are given accordingly. So more
Okay.
or less, everybody was in par. Everybody
Uh,
wants to be in a good shape,
yeah.
and they sacrifice a lot of things from the food, from the habit onwards. Everybody was everybody had one goal to
World
win the
Cup.
World Cup for Sachin.
Yeah. Sir,
So
sorry to interrupt. Just you talked about sacrifices. This afternoon, Sachin did a Twitter thread where he was asked about his favorite cheat meal, and he said it's a biryani. On any given day, it's a biryani. So, how many biryanis did he let go of to be in top shape for the? What did he let go of? What was the
so
diet
yeah, very
which he followed
interesting
and let
because
go of?
yeah, very true, very true. The thing is, there was no biryani or anything in the dressing room. Sorry, it was banned. No sodas, no preservatives,
Okay.
no high fat foods, no fried items,
Okay.
nothing,
Okay.
nothing in the dressing room. No cake, no ice creams, etc., etc. Nothing. Anything which is a bit of a fat or increasing the fat percentage, it was
Yeah.
avoided completely. Yeah, that was completely banned. We had every session we had every meal planned and the recovery
Yeah.
plan, because
Yeah.
as they train harder, and we need to get the recovery protocols also in place, and
Yeah.
everybody had an individual schedule.
Yeah.
And I remember post, because when they start their practice sessions in the morning or in the
Yeah.
afternoon, they are all
Yeah.
zoned. Every
Yeah.
practice session was zoned in,
Okay.
to the T what they wanted to achieve in the practice session.
Okay.
The fitness was done accordingly, according to
Okay.
every individual, how they feel after, because skill set is very important end of
Yeah.
the day.
Yeah.
So fitness should not overtake the skill.
Yeah.
So that is a bunch which believed that the beautiful I in the codicil. In the meantime, I'll add on a codicil, because
Yeah.
extremely blessed to be with the team,
Yeah.
that legends of the game. Coming
Yeah.
back to the thing, they all sacrificed, all adhered to the rules and regulations, what is required, and they all
Yeah.
saw benefits of good
Yeah.
diet and good exercise protocol specific to
Yeah.
them. Once you
Yeah.
start seeing the benefit, then
Yeah.
rest becomes history. And
Yeah.
then add to another point, which Sachin had a goal.
Yeah.
He wanted his fat percentage to be 10. It was
10.
around 13 or something, 13 or 14. His
Okay.
fat percentage, he wanted to bring it down to 10 during World Cup,
Okay. And why was that?
because lower fat percentage is
Yeah.
better. More
Yeah.
muscle, more fat, less fat. It brings
Yeah.
out the best in you as far as physiologically is concerned, that because you are
Yeah.
carrying extra load. It's
Yeah.
like carrying
Yeah.
a couple of sacks of kgs of potato around your
Yeah.
uh,
Baseline. Yeah.
midsection and running and doing workout, because it's
Yeah.
going to hamper the movements.
Yeah.
In Chandigarh, I remember one of them, not in Chandigarh, yeah, Chandigarh.
Yeah.
Before the World Cup, we had some match in Chandigarh before the thing. He achieved that, and he
Oh.
maintained. He maintained throughout. still have all those data.
So, sir, I just,
So that is
when,
one aspect of Sachin, and he was very
absolutely.
intelligent.
Yeah.
He would ask me questions. For example, he's a good guy. He likes to go to the gym. He likes to
Okay.
do sprints, lot of sprints. He doesn't
Okay.
like to run around the ground for half an hour, 45 minutes and other things. No, he is not
So
that
he'll do
type of person.
shuttle sprints. He'll do a lot of
Lot of
shuttle
sprints,
sprints.
lot of
Yeah.
sprints. He likes a lot of explosive sprints. Run a three, run a two, run one, take
Yeah.
recovery, come back, like a pyramid or inverted pyramid training types.
No
So
wonder he was a cheetah between the wickets. No wonder.
one of the
No.
quickest. He'll wear
Yeah.
the gear and do it. He'll wear the
Yeah.
gear, helmet, pads, a
Yeah.
full gear with the bat. He used to do. I remember we doing around 30 or 40 sprints in Calcutta.
Oh, humid
40
heat
sprints, 40 meters. 40
with the.
meters, 40 sprints. I remember then Viru also joined us.
Okay.
I
And
remember
he did
this
it.
very clearly.
Sachin did it with the gear on.
Yes, yes. This is
My
after the
God.
nets. He got into the zone.
Yeah.
I cannot stop.
Yeah.
Unless and until he stops, I cannot stop. I had to run. then
Sir,
when
uh,
then
sir,
Viru joined. Viru
yeah.
how it is. Then you'll
Yeah.
get hammered if you
Yeah.
stop.
Yeah. And then I think this kind of spreads to the entire team. Once the little
Yes.
master is doing great things, I think everyone would have followed suit. So
Yes, yes, yes.
one quick question before I sign off. Quickly want to understand how was Sachin Tendulkar's recovery like? After scoring 100 or when he used to get out early. So did the intensity drop a bit, or did he ensure to take care of his body no matter how many runs he scored?
That man is a different ball game boss altogether. Seriously, we need 20 shows like this to say every
Yeah.
year. 2000, when I joined 2000, yeah, 2006 onwards, I've been involved with them. 6,
Yeah.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 13 episodes you can do. So,
Yeah.
apart from that, and he is very keen on, he does good recovery protocols, the contrast bath. He's
Yeah.
he's very systematic.
Yeah.
Everything is so systematic. Unless until you are systematic, you cannot reach that level and you cannot call yourself a professional athlete.
Right.
Very systematic in what he ate, very systematic in what fitness he did, very
Yeah.
systematic in what recovery protocols he did, massages from the
Yeah.
physio or the massage therapist,
Yeah.
and the hot and contrast showers and post recovery meals.
Yeah.
Spot on, spot on.
So what
Absolutely.
in an ideal world, what would be Tandulkar's recovery meal after the game? What would he eat? Like under the
He would have pastas and a lot of what do you call green vegetables.
okay.
Lot of,
So he wasn't he
pasta.
wasn't he wasn't heavy on the meat.
No, 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 no. He
No.
likes his meat, but he is
Okay.
very choosy depending on the day.
Okay.
Depending on the intensity of the day, he will choose what he wants. And post, especially when we are having an evening session,
Yeah.
post session we'll always have pastas and what do you call salads, couple of salad, green leafy
Okay.
vegetable salad, and for
Okay.
trace elements and minerals and
Yeah.
iron. And we have
Yeah.
pasta and not heavy loaded pasta. It's
Okay.
a grilled
Yeah.
chicken pasta so that he got his protein and carbohydrates.
Okay.
And we have juices and we have
Yeah.
mashed potatoes for again quick energy recovery
Yeah.
meal. So
Yeah.
everything was designed accordingly, well ahead.
Yeah.
And not most, everybody adhered to it. Every
Yeah.
player adhered to it. And you saw the result. And we were the only team where they had no fitness related issues
Yeah. I
during
think
the
they
World
were
Cup.
I think that the only injury which happened was probably not related
Ashish
to
Nehra,
fitness.
that
Yeah. Yeah. That
he
was
was
finger.
one of
Yeah.
the fittest guy. Ashish
Yeah.
Nehra is highly
When it
underrated.
comes
He
to
will
fitness.
give any player even now run for money on his aerobic fitness.
Oh.
And yes,
Okay. Okay.
and his flexibility level is brilliant. He is
Yeah.
not a main gym guy, but he loves
Yeah.
running. He
Okay.
loves his aerobic fitness.
Yeah.
He will
There,
give
sir.
anything for money.
Sir, before we sign off, one quick question. What is your favorite Sachin memory, and what would you like to say him as he turns 50?
We have quite a lot of memories as far as Sachin is concerned. One favorite, quite a lot, man. I cannot pinpoint one thing. For me to be part of his training and part of the team, sharing the dressing room with him, and watching him play, it's the entire thing is one. It's one big gift. I cannot segregate it. Quite a lot of memories we had, and good times. But for me, as far as a professional, as far as my personality is concerned, for me, it's I feel always gifted to be have trained him and trained legends like Sachin Tendulkar, but not legends like Sachin Tendulkar, but legends of the Indian cricket. But Sachin has always been special. I'm a hardcore Sachinist. Period. Anywhere, I'm a hardcore
Yeah.
Sachinist, and more or less, I stopped more or less watching cricket after Sachin retired. For me, I came into cricket because of Sachin. I moved out more or less, took a sabbatical post his retirement. You
So
know,
your birthday wish
many
for Sachin.
memories, many memories, and I don't want to just tell this is good, this is good. Phenomenal good times, and very sharp man, very sharp.
So your birthday wish for him before we sign off. Your birthday wish for Sachin.
This is just another 50, Sachin. Maybe another double it up, double it up. Many more to come, and the entire country and the world of cricket is blessing you and your family.
Yeah.
We want to see you score a century, 101 century.
Thank you so much, Mr. Ramji Srinivasan, for taking out time and being
Uh,
so explanatory in your thoughts. As always, it's always a lesson for me when I talk to you. So much to learn from you. Just hearing you, it's a seminar on fitness on its own.
thank
Thank you
you.
so much for joining in, and I hope we connect very soon. And thank you so
Definitely.
much for joining in.
Thank
Thank
you
you.
so much, and all the best. Thank you so much,
Thank
sir.
you. Thank you. That was Mr. Ramji Srinivasan. You stay tuned into News 18 Cricket Next, because as Sachin Tendulkar turns 50, we have a lot of content for you from the Little Master on the Little Master. Do watch Sachin Tendulkar's exclusive interview with K. Srinivas Rao, because there are a lot of things which you haven't heard before. So stay tuned into Cricket Next, because cricket matlab, cricket next.